Hello everyone, Specter here and welcome to Star Citizen. Today we are going to take a look at this Anvil Valkyrie. Anvil Valkyrie is a dropship, so if you watch my videos about the Specter Prowler, theoretically they're the same thing. But just Specter Prowler is yeah, that was something flying around, sorry about that. But anyway, so Specter Prowler, the Prowler itself, is a stealth dropship, so it means that it's supposed to be sneak through enemy lines. However, the Anvil Valkyrie is just a normal dropship, so it's meant to be knocked from the front door. So before I talk more about the Anvil Valkyrie, then let's take a look at the outlook of it first, as it's over 75 degrees Celsius already, which my suit is not going to stand. Alright, now let's take a look here. You got a turret in here, which you have two size 2 weapons, I think. It's a turret, so it's automatically it's a gimbal mount already. But still, the firepower is very not ideal. But anyway, it's a dropship, so you're not supposed to punch a hole by yourself, as when the time you arrived, technically the whole area would be like swept by maybe bombers or something like that before you landed. Yeah, so even though you might face some enemy fire, but still you won't be facing a lot of enemy fire, so you won't see like dozens of tanks right in front of you kind of waiting for you to land and shoot at you. Yeah, if that's the case, it means that the whole operation is failed. Alright, in here you got the bottom turret in here, so same as what the turret up there got, you got two size 2 laser repeaters as well. So you may ask your gunner in here to kind of provide extra firepower to your troops, or to cover your ship's belly here, okay? The bottom part of the ship. Alright, so as a dropship, you got in here, you got 4 engines on this box. I should say, because it's a dropship, I mean the way you control the ship is very nice for me, because it's supposed to be like you can fly this thing easily in the atmosphere, as it's a dropship anyway. So as long as it's easier to control in the atmosphere, it means that faster you can deploy your troops, faster you can go away. With a veto mode, yeah, it's very easy for me to land on the surface, which is nice. In here, you got a turret in here as well. It's a single size 2 repeaters, I think. I think it's a size 2 or size 3. I don't know, size 2 or size 3. They technically looks like the same, similar to me. But anyway, those are laser repeaters, okay? So it's a remote control turret, so your seat will be inside of it. In here, you got some extra doors in here, so it means that your troops inside of the ship can employed faster, so they can just simply jump down from here instead of like walk all the way to the back. In here, you will see a ramp. This is the only way, technically, the only way to get in or out of the ship. So those doors you can get out of the ship only, but in here is the only way you can get in the ship. Getting out, if you're using a vehicle, then this is the only way you can get it out. Alright? So here, the right hand side is identical to the left hand side. Alright, so let's get inside first. My armor is not going to fit, I mean, it's not going to hold much longer. Well, yep, 4 hours later. Okay, let's see. As a dropship, you got a very fast ramp. I mean, when the time you lower your ramp is very fast compared to the other ships, which is nice. Because, well, you kind of want to go quickly when the time you arrive to the battlefield, right? You won't be, I mean, you don't want to be shot by someone. So basically, when the time you nearly touch down, you lower your ramp and everything get out from your ship, and then you just raise your ramp and then get out from the area. Will be fine. So yeah. So if the ramp can lower that fast and raise up that fast, it's a very good plus. In here is a cargo bay. This cargo bay, you can load a few vehicles in here, at least 2 rocks, I think. Normally, at the beginning, it was like have 0 SEO capacity, cargo capacity, but it turns out they have 30 right now, which makes more sense. It's a very good change for CIG to make this ship like able to carry cargo. The reason behind, well, at that time when it was 0 SEO cargo, people explains it's a military ship, it's not a cargo freighter, so why do you need to carry cargo? But for me, all the military ships, like helicopters, like even for like a transport planes, they can carry some sort of cargo, right? They're not just throwing troops or vehicles outside of the ships, but instead they can also carry cargoes or supplies for their troops. So that's why carry 30 SE of cargo, it makes sense for me. Yeah. So yeah, because you need to supply your troops as well. You can't keep throwing people out of your ship, right? And you have you have no chance to get so many people to get out, like deploy on the battlefield anyway. So yeah, carry cargo is a very good thing for this kind of dropship. Let's move on. In here, you got a ramp in here. This ramp is, I don't know how to raise it, but once it's raised, it means that no vehicles can kind of get through it. So because just in case it was going too fast, get in too fast and then kind of ram these areas, which is not nice. But yeah, this ramp can stop it from happening. I don't know why it's not raised. I can't raise it up. In here, you got a door, which is for you to do a fast employment. Besides, when the time you kind of like employ your troops like kind of getting down from the ship, you can ask one of your troops to man this gun. So this Gatling gun is a ballistic Gatling gun. Alright, it's a yellow jacket. Yeah, yellow jacket Gatling gun. It's size 1 Gatling gun, by the way. So this Gatling gun can provide like covering fire for your troops, since unlike the Xperia Prowler, you don't have shields to protect your ship, protect your troops inside of the ship. So once they jump up, they have less cover. So these ballistic Gatling guns and also that repeaters can kind of provide like covering fire for your troops when they are landing, which is nice. Yeah. So this side is identical to the other side, so no need for me to talk about it. From here, you have a crew quarter. Not really crew quarter, but it's a place for you to like let your troops stay in here, sit in here. You got 10 in here, and you got another 10 over there. So basically, you can carry 20 troops. That's very nice. In here is a turret down there. So if you want extra firepower at the front, towards the front, or covering firepower to cover your troops, then you can use this gunner. Well, if this ship needs to do emergency landing, this position technically is a death sentence for the gunners, because, well, the landing gears usually won't work at that moment, so crash landing will cause this player die, I think. Kind of, because the turret will be smashed by the ship itself. But anyway, so it still can provide enough firepower for you, extra firepower for you. So it is what it is. So let's move on. In here, you got a ladder, and this time it's really crew quarter. I should say one thing. Many players have an idea. They said it's very bad for people to design this ship with this kind of exposed crew quarter, as when people are sleeping in here, when that ramp is open, there will be like no air to breathe. I disagree. Well, if you talk about like no cargo space in here, it shouldn't be no cargo space. You got cargo space, it's good. And I'm lucky that CIG didn't change this area as well, like, because just imagine. Okay, many people may not know, but on planes usually you have a like kind of crew quarter for your flight attendants to take a nap or rest. They got beds, although those beds like a coffin, and you got a bed inside a coffin. But still, you have places to rest, just like these. Or maybe less likely, but these are very luxurious for the crew on planes nowadays. And yeah, so have you ever saw a flight attendant sleeping while the plane is taking off or like landing on the airport, at the airport? Have you? I don't think so, right? Because when the time is landing or taking off, those people supposed to doing their job as well. So it means that when that ramp is going to lowered or raised up, these people around the crews are supposed to man their position, their post. Why there's people sleeping? I don't understand. There shouldn't have any people sleeping during the mission, right? So yeah, keeping it open kind of easier for people to, like, for example, like if you open the ramp and like your troops, your wounded troops are like retreating, you can shoot through here. You can use this area to, like, as a station to cover your troops who got up the ship, or maybe some intruders want to get on the ship. Then this area is a very good high ground for your crew to defend your ship, right? So that's why this one shouldn't be enclosed like the other ships. Okay, in here you got a kitchen, I think. Yeah, it's a food processor, so you can eat or drink through it. And in here you got a toilet. I'm sorry. And a bath as well for your crew. That's nice. In here you got a turret, a remote one. Is it a wingtip of it? I don't know why it's hot in here, but anyway. Alright, so this cannon is at the wingtip of the ship. So you can use it to cover your troops when they are landing, or provide a covering fire for your ships when they are under, like, any fighters, like ships like under some sort of ships attacking your ship. Yeah, when people attacking your ship, then you can defend your ship with this remote turret as well. So it's a very good plus for me to got this kind of remote turret. Okay, let's move on. As you know, those places would be exposed to outer environment, right? But for the pilot himself or herself, got a door here, airlock door. So even though out there is like exposed to outer environment, you can still breathe inside of it. So the pilot still no need to wear any suits goggles or masks or helmets, okay, when they are flying the ship. Alright, so let's move on here. You got the pilot seat here. Okay, so for the viewpoint, it's not bad, but yeah, as a drop ship, it's not bad at all. You're not using it for fighting anyway, so yeah, you don't need to care too much about your view, as long as you can tell where you're landing and what kind of terrain you're landing down there. You got a glass, right? So it's very good for me already. Although the panels is like blocking my way. Um, yeah. Oh, by the way, I forgot to tell you. I think. Yeah. Before I move on to talk about, yeah, I must talk about this one first. Not very important, but I kind of need to be fair, as I don't want to miss out anything. So before that, yes, this one is a turret up there, so you can enter the turret to cover your the upper part of a ship. Yep, this is the only thing I want to tell you guys. Yes, sorry about that. Okay, so let me sit on this chair first. Again. Okay, for me, this ship is not as bad as I thought, but it's... Well, let me tell you something first before I judge about this ship, okay? Before you hear me to judge about this ship. First of all, this ship in-game, it costs you around 4.4 to 4.5 million, which compared to the Prowler is like slightly expensive than the Prowler, like 200,000 in-game credit, more expensive than the Prowler. But it makes sense because, well, if you watch my videos about the Prowler, it cannot carry any kind of cargo, right? Except for those boxes. You can't let vehicles get on your ship, and also you don't have standard cargo space for your like containers. But for the Valkyrie, you can get 30 SE of cargo, even though you're not doing some sort of like combat missions. And if you're doing mining, you can load up at least 2 mining vehicles on your ship, which is very nice, right? And as well as because it's very good at like maneuvering in the atmosphere, so it's a very good plus as to like fly low and find your minerals with, so that your mining vehicles can work. But for me, it won't be the first choice for me to buy this ship, although this ship is very nice. Okay, let me tell you the reason why. First of all, the price point. The price point itself is quite high. If you are just basically want to do the mining, like using the vehicles to mine, I can tell your the color's black, which can cost you only 1.3 to 1.4 in-game credits. You can do the same thing. You can load up your rock and then fly everywhere you want. You don't need to buy a Valkyrie. Yeah, you may say like you can load up 2 or more, right? Yeah, if you buy 2, I can tell you the price point itself is more than 2 colors black already. So yeah, so this this statement can't stand. And if you are talk about like cargo capacity, well, this one only got 30 SE of cargo. Colors black can give you 46 SE of cargo already. And if you really want to be a doing trading in game, I will tell you, if you get 20 like 200,000 more SEU, yeah, 200,000 more, around 200,000 more SEU, you can get a caterpillar, which can give you 576 SEU of cargo, which is more efficient for cargo running, like running cargo. So this one, If you really want it, you can get it, but it's not my first choice. It won't be my first choice if you really talk about like buying ships, as it's less useful right now, currently. Maybe in the future it will be more useful, but currently it's less useful for me. But it's kind of fun to drive this, to fly this thing around though. Yeah, it looks cool. Anyway, and yeah, so yeah, no missiles anyway. So yeah, all right. So maybe some of you, yes, I know. Every time, just like some of you, not, I mean, not in the comments, but I know that some people really wanted to kind of buy this ship because they have money. So if you really want, but I must tell you guys, okay, uh, this um this game is in alpha testing, so $45 is enough for you to kind of um like experience the game already. But just in case you want to support this game and you want to get this ship, this Anvil Valkyrie, then the price point is around $375. Yes, it's around 400,000, like $400 already. Yeah, so 375, I think. Okay. So I don't know the price point right now, but when it's available, it was around 170 to 170 something dollars. 370 something. Yeah. Did I say 700? I don't know. Yeah, 370 something dollars. Okay, when it's available. Okay. So yeah, I just suggest that this is not my priority, but if you think it's cool, I would suggest you to purchase it in game first before you use real money to buy this ship. All right. So that is it for the ship tour of the Anvil Valkyrie. And if you think this ship's tour is helpful, then feel free to leave a like. And if you think I have something need to be improved, and also you got some questions about this ship, then feel free to leave a comment down below. And I shall see you guys next time for the other ship tour or location tour or other thing else. Okay. Yeah. So see you guys later. Okay. So bye bye.